What it do, pimpins? It's your boy Ellis, the host of the Homies Podcast. And if you haven't, man, go hit that subscribe button one time for your boy. It will be much appreciated. And for everybody that hasn't and just still watching my shit, you a hater, bro. Get your goddamn life together. Go hit that subscribe button one time for your boy so I can stop going to these motherfucking jobs. And this can be my job. That's what I'm trying to do. So today, I got a returning guest, the homie, my homie, your homie, Black Rob back in the spot, bro. You already know what it is.
What you found?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Thank you for coming back.
I've missed the spot.
We did a little upgrading.
You did, I see.
You know what I mean?
I feel like you got some sponsors now.
No, not yet. We're still looking for y'all. If y'all want to,
sponsor a nigga over here.
Yeah, something respectable, not like Coke 45 or no shit like that. So respectable people want to sponsor your boy.
You got standards now.
Yeah, I definitely.
Hey, Coke 45, if you got a sponsor, I'll take it.
Real shit, I'll bullshit. Yeah, if y'all cut the check.
Nah, you can't have Coke. You already said you too good. He need a Modelo. He need Budweiser and Modelo. Something like that. He could have that.
Yeah, we got a few upgrades though. The camera, little upgrades, little mics and everything, little wireless.
Mic thing.
But the chairs, I still ain't updated the chairs, and if y'all be hearing that shit, I'm so sorry. These shits is creaky as a motherfucker. I need to get some new ones, but I've been
just to let you know you alive.
Yeah, you feel me?
Just let you know you alive.
Well, no, the struggle's still real.
Let you know you're real.
You feel me?
Humble little nigga a little bit.
Right? So some shit we wanted to talk about. So last night, one of the most anticipated fights, I would say, of the last 20, 25 years went down, where Earl Spence Jr. and the boy Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? And I know you were just watching. You said you didn't get to see it last night, but did you catch a little bit of highlights or anything?
I did wake up and I saw a little bit of a bloody face, bloody face. Yeah, I did see that. And so Crawford won. I didn't know that, but I didn't see much of it yet. I'll watch it later.
So I had Crawford winning before the fight. I thought he was going to win the fight, but I thought it was going to be like a close fight, and it was going to go.
Oh, it definitely wasn't a close fight. I can tell you that without watching it.
Yeah, it was not close at all. And I knew this. This is my overall thing where I tell people when it comes to fights. Your intro song plays a difference. I said this before. If y'all want to go back and watch this, back in the day, if y'all watch UFC, Anderson Silva fought Forrest Griffin back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember this fight.
I do.
Forrest Griffin came out to some fucking, I don't know, some country shit. I don't know what the fuck he came out to. And I was just like, okay. Anderson Silva came out to DMX. And I was like, this nigga's gonna die. He's gonna kill this dude, bro.
It's DMX.
And he beat the shit out of fucking Forrest Griffin. Last night was kind of the same type of shit.
Is that what it was?
He came out, Earl Spence came out with some nigga, I don't know, looked like a local homie. I don't know who this nigga is.
Trying to show some love to the homie.
Yeah, I don't know. The vibe, everybody was kind of just like, okay, who this nigga? Like, okay.
I like the song.
He came out with he had security and everything. This nigga.
First off,
Crawford came out with Eminem.
Yeah. 8 Mile.
And by himself, dolo. No security. Nobody else walked with him. Just Eminem.
Fuck with me if you want to.
I'm out here, nigga. I got hands.
In them streets.
You feel me?
Las Vegas, make some noise for the next undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Terry Boyd fucking Crawford!
I was just like, this doesn't look good for Spence. Yeah, it doesn't look good for him. And the first round, it felt like it was more sped up. Usually first round's a fill out round. And I was just
Crawford
like,
came out whooping his ass?
No, it was still like a little fill up round. But then second round, I was just like, oh shit. He started hitting this nigga with counters. And you can just tell, like, Earl was not ready for that hand speed. Like, you haven't seen counters like that. You ain't seen hand speed like that. He dropped him, I think, in, like, the second or third round. The
put his knee?
He put him all the way to the ground. Cover. Dropped him. Everybody went crazy. Because that was the first time he's ever been dropped. And comes back. He dropped him 3 times in the fight. So I was just like... And even when he went back every time he would go back to his corner, not only was he He breathed out of his nose, people. This
Crawford?
Yes, Crawford.
Okay.
If y'all, this is little shit that I noticed in regards to like boxing and even conditioning. This nigga was like this the whole time with his mouthpiece in. He never took his mouthpiece out. I don't think the whole fight. He would go to his corner.
He was just training.
I was like, oh, this nigga runs 100 miles a day.
He was on that Michael B. Jordan shit.
Yeah, he was on
that
some Rocky shit.
That's what he was on. He
That nigga was out there punching slabs of meat.
tires and fucking weights up hills in the desert.
He was ready for that smoke, bruh.
And Spence was smoking blunts.
Yeah, everybody said that. He hit the nigga with the pan before the fight, and he was sitting there. I was like, this nigga's high as a motherfucker. I know that za, and you on that za, my boy.
Nigga hit a blunt before the fight. Ain't that some shit?
You're not taking it serious over there.
He still got paid, right? He still got paid a little something, right?
Yeah, he got paid. And I know today
he's for the doctor's bills, put his face back together.
He was the respect to Spence though. I did not know this about him. I didn't know that the motherfucker had 2 detached retinas. And
already or after?
He already had. I thought it was just 1, but then last night they said on the fight that he has 2 detached retinas.
Damn.
And I'm like, bruh, you out here fighting, getting punched all in your fucking eye.
Like how bad is your money situation that you gonna or your pride? Is it your pride or your money? What is it? The pride? It's pride.
You 28-0. So you thinking probably, hey, ain't nobody touch me up yet like that.
28 and blind, like shit.
That's exactly what I was saying. I'm like, bro, the way that nigga Crawford is hitting this dude, and he was efficient. They said this nigga landed 58% of all power punches, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He was efficient, bro. He was taking his time. And then after
by dude's face, it looked like he got a lot of power punches in the face. Like,
yes.
Dead in the face.
And after he fucking knocked him down the first time, you could see the almost like not fear, but he was like, fuck, I'm in trouble. No, or he was just like, Spence, like, I'm in trouble. I gotta rush him, and I was like, bro, you rush this nigga, he's gonna fuck you up. And nigga, he kept trying to rush you, jab, pop, save your ass back, pop, kept jabbing the shit out of him.
I'm gonna watch it on YouTube. I'll watch the whole thing.
And I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro. By the 6th round, I felt bad for Spence. I was like, they need to stop this shit. He just couldn't.
I think that's the part I saw. Because he was just like,
he was throwing haymakers.
Yeah. And I was like, why is this man's face so fucked up and nobody doing that? It looked bad, like it was the 12th round. And
nah, bro.
He didn't give it his all.
This nigga wasn't even really sweating like that. That nigga Crawford, it looked like a professional fighting a amateur.
Oh, wow.
It was that lopsided. And then after the fight, Spence was like, yeah, we need to run it back. And I was like, no, my boy.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, my boy.
He said, let's run it back?
Yeah, he said,
let me go grab some tires. Let me go grab some weights. I'm going to hit this heel right here.
Yeah, whatever this nigga was doing.
Yeah, I'm going to get on his shit. Then we could go, apples for apples.
And, like, that's, like, some shit where, like, I don't know how what Floyd got left in him, but it's like,
that left in him.
Yeah, that would be somebody I would want to see Floyd fight. Like, yeah, fight a nigga like that.
Nah.
Because holy shit.
What you just described, I wouldn't want to see Floyd fight that because, like, I don't think Floyd got that anymore. Like, I don't think that it ain't an exposition. Is that what the fight?
Exhibition fight.
Is that what he been doing lately? It ain't gonna be one of those.
Yeah,
it's gonna be with this. It's probably be worse than this. To be real with you, like, so I think he should continue to make his money on the side, doing his special fights, and let Crawford go fight someone else.
I was hyped up. Like I said, it was still an exciting fight, but it was one-sided. Like,
there was a lot of
this nigga ass whooped. Damn, nigga, duck that shit.
You know the black commentary.
Yeah, my shit was colorful as fuck last night. I was like, bro, you need to duck your head, nigga. You just walking right into jabs.
Dodge, nigga, basics. Go back to basics, nigga. Go back to the basics.
Bob and weave. Bob and use your weave.
Bob and weave. Bob and use your weave.
Real talk though. He said, Bob and use your weave.
So hopefully they don't run that back no time soon. And whoever the fuck gonna fight Crawford again next, because now he's the undisputed champion. I think he's the first person to be undefeated in 2 classes.
Oh wow.
So I'm like,
someone needs to whip his ass.
So yeah, he on one right now.
Everybody likes to see the top fall, so they coming for you.
Man. And speaking of that,
tires.
It was a lot of people out last night. You saw a lot of people going out, and a lot of people at the fight. Yeah, man.
I know people were hitting me up. Let's get out. Let's go do this.
Yeah,
my old ass stayed at home.
So I gotta ask you, bro. At what age do you feel like going to clubs and doing the whole club scene is just like that shit just too much?
You think there's an age? I don't think there's an age number.
I don't think it really is.
I just think there's a position in life where you decide like the money should go somewhere else besides the club, you know, or the bar and whatnot. Even if you're making money, like even in like, you know, I stepped my little money game up a little bit a couple of years back, so on different tax bracket type of deal, but not that tax bracket just for the, if any of the feds listening.
He's like, nah, I can't eat like that.
It's just there was a poor tax bracket, and I got out the poor tax bracket, and I'm like in like the, you know, the tier above that. I
can go out and I can eat a Sizzler and shit.
Correct. Like,
you feel me?
And I can get like the non-refillable drink and get 2 of them. So I can do that now.
We out here.
We out here. Or I could stay my ass at home and put that away, you know, and just save some money for whatever the next grown person I'm going to be wants. And that's a house or a vacation, a boat, you know.
Things that you want to do more than just going to a club and just being. I feel shit about a club I like. Like I stopped going to clubs at like my early 20s because
I don't want to say it. Like I'm going to Virgin Islands, so I'll be in the club there, and you better believe.
See, that's
I'll be acting like a whole 28 and no, I'm 25. I'm going to 25 this time around. I'm gonna be up there shaking it, body rolls the whole 9. But
body rolls.
I feel like I think I'm lying.
but that's different though. You on vacation and then going out to a club and doing something like that. I feel like that is different than just somebody going out every weekend and just going to the club.
Well, it's different. I do feel it's different, but I feel like that's the time in life that I want to hit the club. Is when I'm on vacation. Right. When I'm at home, I'm in a whole relationship now and whatnot, so if I go to the club, they got to go to the club with me.
That nigga said that's so depressing.
You know your boy in the club.
You feel me?
I ain't a flirt or nothing, but I do like attention. So
you feel me? We in here.
I be in the club. You know, I'll be in the club, and then you gotta go home. So
that's another reason you can't go to the club. But people that are in relationships, the club is not for you.
It's not for you.
It's really not.
It's not.
Niggas in there, we looking for something to smack.
I'm just saying. So when you go to the club by yourself, and you like, what are you going to the club by yourself for? Like, why can't I come? I don't want to come, so you got to stay home. That's how it go.
Like you said, to me, it ain't no age limit. First of all, if you ain't got no kids, that plays a big part.
I be in the club.
You feel me? If you ain't got no kids, and also
if your kid's grown,
I feel
like that's a perfect time to go back to the club. I feel like there's a point in life where your kids need their independence and you need yours. I ain't there yet, you know, but
I ain't got no fucking kids.
I see people who are there. And I think they enjoy the club even more the second time around, after, you know, devoting their little last 20 years or 18 years, depends on where you at. I think they enjoy the club even more afterwards. Right. They value, they cherish, they know the value of.
Right. It's a money suck.
Of a twerk.
It's a free ass clap. It's in the middle of it's a middle of an open crowd.
You know, when you're a father and you go to the club after being a father for 20 years, you really can enjoy the jiggle of it and the all. But knowing that you ain't got to go home to no kids, that must be a good feeling. I don't know what it feels like.
Right? I can't fuck with the club, bro. The prices too. The drinks, and just being a man. I feel like if I was a woman, I think I would enjoy the club probably a lot more.
For a lot longer.
Yeah, because it would be like, it's made for y'all. Like, y'all getting free. They got women's nights. They be like, no, your black ass need to sit in line. You gonna pay $20-something to get in this motherfucker. You better have $1,000, $2,000 for drinks, because each drink is fucking $120.
Oh, you got $120. I got discount.
You feel me? I'm like, you can't even afford this shit. This shit is not sustainable to do every weekend.
But for some reason, between the ages of like 17 and 28, 29, 30, I did it every weekend.
You found a way.
I found them, let me tell you. The IRS came after me though, because I owed them a whole lot of money because I was in the club spending their money. I was on vacations. I spent that money, but you know, I enjoyed my time as a youth in my youth, and I feel like the club is more behind me. The club is celebratory.
Right.
Birthdays, certain holidays, Cinco de Mayo. You gotta be in the club, right? You gotta be out there doing shit.
Have you ever experienced any racist shit out here in the clubs? Because I definitely have in Scottsdale, and that's why another reason I don't be fucking with the police in Scottsdale.
When I think of some social, what's it called when they change your mind?
Oh shit, you were with me.
Yes.
When that racist shit happened in Scottsdale, you were with me.
You want me to remember back a long time ago now. That's what you want me to do.
Remember when we were at R&R, me, you, and we tried to get into my...
And AJ, and it was, I do remember that,
And they're like, your shoes. And we all had different shoes.
And it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 11, we're going for brunch. It wasn't even at night. It was a daytime thing. But that's Scottsdale for you. You know, be prepared. If you have a certain hue of color of skin, you need to be prepared coming to Scottsdale. Have your Stacey Adams on.
You feel me?
No, I don't know if it's like that anymore because I now go to the club and I'm not putting Stacey Adams on.
Y'all niggas don't let me in.
I don't know if it's the gray hair, but when I walk up now, like. And
like, you don't like it, no problem. Man. You ain't trying to fight nobody.
I don't know if it was the young version of me that looked like I was trouble, but I still look like the young
like you look aggressive.
I don't know.
You almost get mad. Like, what you saying?
I feel like, can you hear the knees? Is that what it is? Can you hear the knees?
I thought it's in your knees. Nigga, you ain't trying to fight nobody.
Right. Go ahead. Like, do you smell the Bengay? Is that what it is? The Tiger Bomb?
Bro,
I'm lying.
And that shit be making me feel old. Right. I go around like, I'm not old and I feel like I got a young spirit, but when I be around like a 20, 21, 22, I'm like, oh shit, I'm old as fuck.
You know
I'm not
funny?
thinking, like, I don't listen to the same music y'all listen to.
At all.
None of that shit.
At all. Like, there's this chick, and I was her name. Man, so was telling me about her last night. Her name is something Red, Stanky Red. Little Red.
Oh, the new little rapper girl that do the...
Sexy Red. I think it's Sexy Red.
Oh.
This, like, I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, I'd have been like, put on some Sexy Red. Dance, bitch. Dance. But my mind wasn't there. The consciousness wasn't there. But listening to that shit last night, I was like,
Pound Town.
Pound Town. Just left Pound Town.
What the fuck?
The young man inside me was like, Pound Town. But that grown man inside me that, you know, I have goddaughters and I have nieces and I have, like, I could just only imagine them sitting there listening to that shit. And, like, she did this handstand and she was like, ooh. And I was like, Lord have mercy, this is on cable TV. Like, that's how you know I was too old to be in the club. That's how you know. It's too old to be in the club. I'm an old man these days.
I never got offended. I get offended now with shit.
Honestly, I feel like that. Remember that label that came out back in the day, the little black label they put on the CDs? It was like parental advisory.
Yeah.
I was like, that shit is stupid as fuck.
Right?
I'm like, where's the parental advisory?
The little things to let you know your ass is getting
You're about to be turned out a little bit right now, little girl, okay? Little boy, whoever the hell's watching this on YouTube, just know.
That shit, wow. Get your money, girl. God
hey,
damn.
But that video, she had this one video though, because as much as I think that's inappropriate or blah blah blah, I do love me some Sukihana. Like Sukihana, I don't know, like something about Sukihana. I don't know if you don't know who Sukihana is, because you don't watch Zeus TV. That's why you don't watch Zeus Network.
Yeah, I don't.
But if you has that ratchet TV, you would know who Sukihana is. Like,
I think I've heard of her. I've heard like a story of her, but I don't know.
What story you hear of her?
It was some nasty shit.
I know it was.
Okay, it was some nasty shit.
I know it was. I don't know why I love Sukihana, but I do.
Okay,
I do.
All right.
I love that woman. If you hear this, Suki, I love you.
I just don't. Even back in the day, I really didn't listen to a lot of female artists, but even like, it's hard for me to listen to that now because I grew listen to Foxy Brown and Lil Kim. I've heard all the nastiest stuff you could possibly say. Now I'm just like, I don't want to hear.
And that's what I think also is like, I feel like these kids these days, they think this shit is new. Yeah. They're like, but I do feel like the Lil Kims and the Foxy Browns.
Foxy Brown had an album named Il Nana. For the motherfuckers that don't know what that is,
and it was explicit.
I got some bomb pussy, and it was the cover of the motherfucker.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, I've already heard it. I've seen it all.
I just think the difference is these days they're just more raunchy about it. They're just, and they do the handstand as they say it.
Yeah, shit is crazy.
Foxy didn't do no handstands. She didn't. Little Kim, she did. She had Megan knees. She had Megan knees before.
Right.
Megan was around, but she didn't do no handstands either.
Right.
She walked around naked though. She did walk around with her titty out. Remember, she walked around and she had her little titty out, and Diana Ross was like,
I ain't gonna lie, that made my nipple hard. That shit is lit. Yo.
Yeah, she was that before they were this. So
yeah, real talk. Trina. Like, yeah, all that.
Yes.
Like, I've heard it. Now I listen to more like Rhapsody. You know what I mean?
The consciousness changed, bro. That's why it's so hard to be in the club these days because I can't let that infiltrate.
How many times have you been in the club though? And have you ever had like a moment where you just like, you stop and you just look around and you just like, what the fuck, man? The music ain't cracking. These niggas is bumping.
But oftentimes though, I go to places where they play that old school music and like, because I can't be in, what's it? I'm trying to think of a club in Scottsdale. Not R&R, but Bottle Blonde and like, High Five and is it Miss still? Is it still Miss? It's something else probably right now. But the clubs I used to go to, I can't. The music they play there, I just can't. I can't fuck with it. So like I either let's go to a club or a bar that play old school shit, or I don't go.
See, I'm like a lounge type nigga now.
Yeah.
I could do a lounge with some light music and a good drink.
Brother, we
old as fuck, bro.
Because my sister used to be like, let's just go to the lounge, Robert. And I'd be like, I ain't old. I ain't trying to talk to no old bitches. Like, whoa. Now I'm like, let's go to the lounge. Want to go have a martini? Let's have a martini. It's the classy old shit. Fuck. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
My gosh.
It's time.
But that's the name of the game, people, is to age. You're supposed to get old. We OGs over here. You feel me?
Just level up. I go on vacation now. I'm about to, like I said, we about to go to St. Thomas. After that, I'll probably go to Atlanta or somewhere. And then next year, I'm trying to get into Europe somewhere. And
we trying to go to Amsterdam.
I got family in Africa. Amsterdam,
yeah.
I want to go.
You feel me?
We can go.
Yeah, hey, if you try to roll out, let me know.
I'll buy a ticket. Let me know. I got a passport that needs another stamp, so.
Hey, bro, the more the merrier, too. So when I be going to other countries, I'll be like, some hostile shit going down. Less likely that I have it.
The better it is, especially the less complected the country it is. It's better to have more people with you because shit go down.
You saw that episode of Atlanta, right? The last season.
No.
You didn't, you should watch it.
That's on my list to watch. Is Atlanta and Snowfall. I'm gonna watch both of those.
If you haven't watched either one, you can just chill out for a minute.
People are disappointed at me.
Nah, you get to it when you get to it. But they both hard though.
Go ahead.
And speaking of, you said going to Atlanta, so we're speaking of the ATL aliens.
I've seen them aliens before, but these aliens, bruh.
These motherfuckers the other day had a hearing.
Congressional hearing.
Confirming that aliens are out here, they are real. And the way this motherfucker, the dude was I think he was an ex-pilot. He was explaining.
Yeah, he was like a contractor.
Yeah.
He was a contractor for the government.
And the way he was explaining how these motherfucking aircrafts and shit moved, like, oh yeah, they would just stand still and then they would just out of nowhere go to Mach 1, Mach 1.3.
Little pill-sized little spaceships.
Like, okay, so, and they said they recovered a non-human.
What was the word they used? I was trying to remember it. It was non-biological.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or non-human. I don't know.
Non-biological.
I said, just say alien. We got an alien, nigga. Like,
yeah,
shit.
what the fuck?
We locked it up. We tried to keep it alive, but it died. So we got it in a little pickle jar.
Right?
Like, say that. Like, non-biologicals.
And this nigga's being so, like, I ain't really gonna tell you.
It was very...
And I was like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, first of all, and I didn't like the girl too. I was like, first of all, let's ask the real questions. Are these niggas dangerous or are they coming to put things in my booty? This is the only two things I really need to know, cause I don't need to know all the, oh cool, they got technology. That's what makes me nervous. I'm like, we got guns and shit. What if they like, what the fuck? That ain't
shit.
Is
dangerous.
I don't know.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, I'm not sure if you watch it, but it's called American Horror Story.
Yes.
And did you watch that season about the aliens and the government?
I did not.
It was like, I think it was the last season. It was the last season for a reason, but it was pretty much, in the congressional hearing, they said, somewhere in there, it said that the government's known about this since 1930s.
Yeah.
And in the American Horror Story, in the 1930s and up until like, what's the dude's name that got shot? Kennedy and Nixon. They supposedly knew about these aliens and made a deal with them so that we can get technology.
And you see technology
people, and they'd be like, ooh, you can have 500 people a year for this type of technology. And then they were like, you know, there's always good people in the government that are like with morals. And they objected to it, but they were like, if we don't do it, Russia's gonna do it. And to me, that seems very, very viable. It seems very real. Like that shit could have happened, and the government's known about these motherfuckers taking people for decades. And
then you see the technology from like the 1940s, 50s until now. You're like, damn, nigga, like you've seen some of the craziest jump in technology in history in those last, what is it, last 70, 80 years, however fucking long that is. It's kind of crazy.
But you won't even go there then. You could go back a few centuries to like how they got from, you know, a horse and carriage or just walking itself from the wheel to cars. Like how did it, like somewhere down the line, maybe they hooked us up back then too, left for a little bit, came back. Cause you know, to aliens, that would be nothing but like a little, go home real quick, fix the supplies back, come back. And to us, it's been decades. To them, it's been 2 minutes. So, you know, they could have blessed us once upon a time and came back to bless us again.
Right.
You know, we don't know. Or they could just been taking us forever.
Right.
But one thing we do know is the government knows.
Yeah, and the niggas has been know.
They know.
You know what I mean? And it's some shit. And again, I don't know what it is. I know I've seen Independence Day though. And I know that shit makes me nervous. And niggas like, oh, are they peaceful? Like, hey, bro, just don't fuck with me. And we cool. Hopefully y'all ain't here do no weird shit. And if y'all know black people, we are friendly. We ain't the ones that's crazy. If y'all go to cops start killing and taking people, start with the lighter complected ones. I'm just saying, because we don't run shit.
We're cherished.
We ain't running shit. Nah, bro. All this crazy shit, all that smoke, smog in the air, we didn't have shit to do with that.
That was them. We wanted to live off the land.
Yeah, sending satellites, fucking with y'all shit. We weren't doing none of that
with y'all shit.
Yeah,
we didn't try to get in y'all territory. We didn't mean to do that.
You feel me? We straight.
Nah.
But yeah, man, I don't know what's gonna come of that, and I hope it isn't no crazy shit or nothing else more happens. But I feel like a lot of more sightings and things of UFO shit has been happening lately. But then also I'll be like, is this a distraction? Are these niggas trying to do some bullshit in the government? Are they trying to pass some fuck ass laws?
Everything's a distraction.
Real shit.
That's just what it is. Everything's a distraction. And this is just going to go down in history as another congressional hearing where they talked about aliens and then something else is going to happen and we're going to move on with life. We're going to forget that there's aliens among us. That's it. That's it.
Shit crazy as fuck. So, man, so speaking of like doing this weird shit and the government on some weird shit, I know you've seen this new movie that came out on Netflix. They cloned Tyrone or whatever.
They cloned Tyrone.
That shit. Shout out to Jamie Foxx and shout out. I don't know the two other actors, the lady's name and the main character's name in the movie.
But I think they both were in Lovecraft. Did you ever watch Lovecraft?
Yes, Country. Yes.
That's what. They killed Tyrone or they cloned Tyrone. It gave me that type of vibe.
Okay.
That true life conspiracy theory type of shit, you know. Even though Lovecraft was kind of magical, I still think that shit's real. Yes. But Cloned Tyrone, they had. Do you find the jewels, the gems in there?
Yes, they had a lot of gems in this motherfucker. A lot of undertone things, even from the tropes that they played on, from the Kool-Aid to the chicken.
They put it in the chicken.
The stereotypes that they played on of basically being like, yeah, all you niggas do the same shit. Y'all just in different areas. Yeah, there's the
doing
pimp,
the
there's
same
the hoe,
shit.
there's the niggas that do. Yeah, bro, do you just do it in Atlanta? Do you do it in DC? You're the same motherfucking
It's
person.
like the suburbs, how you take a cookie cutter, and you cookie cut the suburbs, and they put them there, they cookie cut the hood. And they put the cookie cut the hood everywhere they go. Like, you need a hood, as I said. In every community, you need this population of people. And I think it's not just an American thing, that's a global thing. Like, you can't have rich without the poor.
Yeah, because they don't want everybody to feel equal. You have to feel like, I have to. It makes people feel. Another thing to keep people separated. And also, I'm better than these people. And you even see it even from the same people to the same skin tone and race. They'll feel the same way.
Correct.
I don't want to go over there. They weird or they just poor as fuck, bro. I'm sure if you get a lot of these, there's some motherfuckers over there that just nutty. Whether you gave them money or not, they will still do nutty shit.
Whether
but
they're
most
black,
people,
white, or Puerto Rican, they just nutty.
It's nutty as fuck. But a lot of people, yeah, man, they do shit out of economic stress, of not having resources,
choices,
medical shit. It's like, yeah, bro, if you eliminated all those things, you would eliminate 99% of violence.
Yeah.
But they're like, no.
But there is one gem that I saw, or that was brought to my attention, me staying up late scrolling through the TikToks, and this one TikTok talked about, in this one scene when the old Tyrone was sitting there talking to them, and behind him there was like, the Jamie Foxx character, LaFontaine, and there was shades of him, like clones of him, but they were the clones going lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter until you got pretty much to a white man. And the guy in the TikTok was talking about how that was kind of a representation of some story in the Bible where they bred the black out of humanity, or out of a certain part of humanity, and that's how you got Caucasians. That's how white people were born. Like you said, they went up to the Caucasus Mountains and spent a few centuries up there, and next thing you know, you come out and you no longer have the traits of where you came from, type of deal. And now you think are able to think that you're better and whatnot. And I thought that was real deep, how they were sat there and or that's this guy's interpretation of how I interpret it. How they bred the black out of the Fontaine character until you got to like a businessman looking motherfucker. And I'm not sure if anyone else caught that, but it was deep. Right? It was deep. There's a lot of those deep things out there in that movie. I recommend everybody watch that.
For sure. Like I said, if you are a white person that watches this and you really don't understand, please find your nearest black friend to have them explain a lot of things.
And don't ask them shit.
Yeah.
Google it. Don't ask them shit.
Like, because they can explain some of this shit with you, because, yeah, some of this shit is real deep. Some of the things that even the black community ourselves, we still struggle with. So that's why, again, I feel like it was a really good movie. And Jamie Foxx was funny as a motherfucker.
I'm saying, that man was hilarious in that movie.
Funny as shit. That's why I'm glad he's, shout out to Jamie Foxx. I'm glad you're doing better, man. And
I'm glad the clone that came out of you is doing well. Good job.
You feel me?
Good job, Jamie.
You feel me? Because I'm like, bro, to lose Jamie Foxx, he's one of my favorite actors.
That would be horrible.
Shit, we got Living Color up here on the wall. Goddamn, bro. Yes. Like, yeah, Jamie, he's definitely, he's shown the range. He's like one of my favorite actors of all time.
Remember him in Ray? When he played the blind, he touched that girl's arm and said, "Ooh, girl, you pretty." And the other one, he was like, "Ooh, girl,
ooh, you a little pig."
Ooh, you thick. Never forget it.
I was just like, hey, dude, that's the most disrespectful shit for a blind man to tell you your ass is ugly.
That's some real shit right there. When you're so ugly, a blind man can tell.
God damn, for that shit.
But there's a person out there for that person. I'm just saying, there's always another person.
You feel me? Yeah, we ain't hating on nobody.
This wasn't blind Jamie Foxx playing. Right.
Yeah, he went to the extras to do that shit. Glued his eyes shut.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said nigga used to have panic attacks and shit on set.
Because he couldn't open his eyes?
Yeah, he said he like You went
Well, nigga, don't glue your eyes shut. Like, who told you to glue your eyes shut?
He said he wanted to get the full experience of.
How do you unglue your eyes shut?
I don't know. I'm sure some nigga on set was able to do that. I'm like, that's just taking it too far. But again, this is
how much money he get paid though. I guess it's the love of the craft. He got a Grammy for that one or Oscar.
Oscar, yeah.
Oscar for okay. That's
he
dope.
did the damn thing, man. So yeah, shout out to JB, man. I'm glad you're doing better. But I'm glad you thought about it, man. So you know, to chop up this shit with me. You know what I mean?
You gonna see me again.
Yeah, you know you'll come back.
I'm gonna come back next week with some more little hot topics for y'all.
Yeah,
just some bullshit to talk about.
And all the rest of the homies, y'all come back through, man. We need to have these topics. Y'all sit down with your boy. Let's talk these things out. You feel me? And if you haven't, go hit that subscribe button one time for your boy. Go hit the Instagram page of the homie Black Rob. And you know I love y'all, man. And we'll check y'all again next week with the Homies Podcast. Peace.
Deuces.